Hey guys, so today I'm with Falcon here, and we're going to be doing Falcon's domestication routine this morning and showing you guys what we do. Falcon recently just moved to this barn. He also in the past week started tying, blanketing, and picking up his feet, so he's really new to all of that, and it's really important to establish a routine with these wild horses. So today Falcon's going to take you through what his typical morning looks like. Okay, so he's already had his breakfast. I'm just letting him munch on some hay. So I'm going to take the blanket off. This blanket belonged to my first horse, and she kept it alive for 15 years. And Falcon's first day in it, this happens. All right, so I'm going to start with the back. I always start taking the blanket off from the back and work my way forward. So I want to note that although Falcon is really new to doing some of these tasks, he has a very quiet disposition, and this makes a world of a difference. He's not very touchy. He's pretty comfortable around me. So I'm pretty comfortable just getting up with him. I'm gonna take his blanket off now. I don't feel the need to tie him. He's basically like an untrained domestic horse. Also, I forgot to mention, last week he had his first bath, and now I'm wearing a jacket. Crazy. I also wanted to note that I'm pretty conservative when it comes to blanketing. I don't do a lot of it myself. However, I do have some exceptions, including training. I think it is something that a horse should get used to, so because we had the drop in temperatures, it was a great opportunity for me to really introduce Falcon and get him comfortable with the blanket. So yeah, the temperatures really worked in my favor there, having some pretty cool nights, and he was able to wear his blanket overnight, and then I want to make sure that I'm practicing taking it off, practicing putting it on, and all of that. The next part of the routine is tying him in the aisle, using of course the blocker tie ring, and giving him a little brushing. When they first arrive, the Mustangs are usually pretty dirty, and it seems to take several baths to really get them clean. Falcon had his first bath last week, but you can see he's still pretty dusty, which honestly, it's not surprising. Now, while it is nice to have a beautiful, clean horse, and I'll admit, I like to have that too sometimes, it is pretty selfish when you think about it though, because I think most horses would prefer to have a nice dust covering. So usually I'll just do a spot cleaning or a quick brush over, especially if it's a horse that I'm not yet riding. As you can see, the next part of his new routine is practicing to pick up and then pick out his hoofs. Now, we just started doing this a few days ago. It was only last week that we introduced picking up the front feet. I haven't yet picked up the back feet yet. That noise you're hearing is just a chicken. I fast forwarded these clips just to keep him moving along. All right, right there, I should have given him a release when he relaxed. He had been having a hard time and relaxed for a moment. I did not release, and then he goes into that pawing motion. At the end there, he did relax again, and I gave him a release at that time, but I should have done that earlier on. So yeah, these are the early stages of picking up and picking out his feet. Like I mentioned, he's only had this done several times, so it's still pretty new. But he's a champ. He is very, very chill. This horse is a very sweet guy. He's kind of a mix between Merlin and Jaeger. He's pretty bold and brave, like Jaeger, but not quite as outgoing, so he's a little bit more reserved and calm and quiet like Merlin. Socially with other horses, though, he's an absolute gem. He gets along with every other horse that he's been with, and it's just a very sweet, good-natured horse. He and Merlin are pretty good buddies and do a lot of mutual grooming. Falcon is also super sweet towards me. Every morning he gives this really cute high-pitched whinny when he sees me first thing. I know he's probably more excited for the food, but it's such an honor to receive that when you first arrive. I then went on to picking up his back feet for the first time. Okay. Ooh. Good boy. First time picking up his back hoof. It's nice. So I'm gonna try again. Okay, there we go. Try to grab and hold his hoof. Okay. There we go. Ironically, sometimes the back feet are easier to pick up than the fronts. little hoof. Wait till he relaxes it. Ooh. And there. Good. I always wait till he relaxes, so I'm releasing at the right time. Releasing where I want him to be. Telling him, yes, that's the answer. All right, I'm gonna try the other hoof. Move your butt. Move your butt. Okay, that's good. That's a great job. All right, again, I've never picked up this foot before. All right, let's see. It was almost on my foot. Okay, good. First time picking up this one. This is dirty. Okay. Ooh, this one's got some pretty bad thrush. We've had a lot of moisture, so lots of thrush in the hooves lately. All right, good job. I'm gonna throw some thrush buster because that one was pretty bad. So again, now that Falcon is picking up all 4 feet, this is now part of his new routine. This is something that we're going to continue to do daily. Today, however, I did treat with Thrush Buster, and once I did that, we moved on to blanketing again, this time putting the blanket on. You can see he's still pretty nervous about this. Again, we just started blanketing just last week, but he's doing an amazing job. This horse is so chill. When I put the blanket on, I do it in the reverse that I take it off. So this time I start in the front and then do the belly straps and then end with the leg straps. And again, I'm putting the blanket on right now, really just for his domestication routine right now. Once I turn him out, I'll take the blanket off, but I'm just getting him used to the practice of putting it on and taking it off. Just like people, horses don't get good at something until they practice it and practice it some more. So I'm going to be repeating this domestication routine with Falcon. And again, these are just some pretty essential core skills and behaviors that he'll be doing, and we'll gradually start adding more and more into this. Thank you guys so much for watching Falcon's morning routine. Next up on his to-do list is getting ready for the farrier. So I'm gonna link my farrier prep video that I filmed with Merlin right here or here, wherever it is. I'm gonna link it here, and thank you guys for watching.